Happy women over 70 understand that happiness doesn't just happen, it's a choice made each day with intention. They no longer drift through life waiting for circumstances to improve or for someone else to make them happy. Instead, they take ownership of their mindset, deciding how they want to show up in the world. This intentional living brings clarity, peace, and a deeper sense of fulfillment. Living with intention means being mindful about how they spend their time and energy. Instead of saying yes to everything or getting caught in routines that no longer serve them, they choose activities that align with their values and bring them joy. For some, it might mean tending to a garden, practicing faith or spirituality, or spending quality time with loved ones. For others, it might mean simplifying their lifestyle, traveling when possible, or pursuing creative hobbies. Every decision is guided by a conscious desire to make their days meaningful. Choosing happiness daily also involves a deliberate focus on positivity. Happy women know life is not free of challenges. Aging can bring health concerns, loss of loved ones, or changes in independence. But rather than letting these difficulties define them, they choose resilience. They ask, what can I do today to make this day better? That shift in perspective transforms setbacks into lessons and problems into opportunities for growth. They also set intentions around their emotional well-being. For example, they may start the morning by affirming, today, I will choose peace, or I will look for joy in small things. These intentional statements anchor them throughout the day, helping them navigate life with calm and purpose. What makes this practice powerful is its simplicity. It doesn't require grand plans or drastic changes, it's about living deliberately, moment by moment. Whether deciding to call a friend instead of watching television, savoring a meal instead of rushing through it, or pausing to appreciate nature, their choices reflect an inner commitment to happiness. In the end, living with intention allows happy women over 70 to shape their own narrative. Instead of letting age or circumstance dictate their story, they become active participants in their journey. By choosing happiness daily, they show that joy is not a matter of luck but of conscious living. Happy women over 70 know that one of the most fulfilling ways to create joy is by giving back. At this stage of life, they've realized that happiness isn't just about what they receive, but about what they share with others. Acts of kindness, whether big or small, become part of their daily rhythm. A warm smile to a stranger, baking cookies for a neighbor, or offering to listen when someone needs to talk, these gestures may seem simple, but they ripple outward, creating warmth in both giver and receiver. Giving back also provides a powerful sense of purpose. After retirement or when family responsibilities lessen, some people feel a void. Cheerful women fill that space by contributing to their communities or supporting causes they care about. They may volunteer at a local library, visit nursing homes, or help at food drives. Even when physical limitations prevent larger commitments, they find small but meaningful ways to serve. Writing encouraging notes, donating items, or mentoring younger generations. Each act reminds them that they still have much to offer. Importantly, kindness doesn't always have to be outward. Happy women also practice kindness within their own circles, showing patience with family, offering love without conditions, and sharing wisdom without judgment. These small contributions strengthen bonds and make relationships more nurturing and resilient. They understand that kindness doesn't require wealth or extraordinary effort, it only requires a willing heart. What makes their giving especially powerful is that it's genuine. They don't give to receive recognition or reward. Instead, they give because it brings them joy to make someone else's day brighter. This selfless spirit fosters inner peace and reduces feelings of loneliness. When they focus on others, they naturally feel more connected, valued, and alive. Moreover, kindness becomes a legacy. Happy women know that their gentle words, supportive actions, and caring nature will be remembered long after they're gone. Their lives serve as an example that happiness is multiplied when it's shared. One of the most delightful traits of happy women over 70 is their ability to laugh easily and genuinely. They've learned that laughter is not only good for the soul but also for the body. Science backs this up. Laughter reduces stress, strengthens the immune system, and even improves heart health. But beyond the physical benefits, laughter creates lightness in life. It's a way of saying, I refuse to take everything so seriously. Cheerful women often use humor as a tool to navigate life's challenges, choosing to smile instead of frown, and to see the funny side of everyday situations. They also know that joy doesn't always come from big events or major achievements, it often hides in small, simple moments. Savoring a hot cup of tea, hearing a child's laughter, feeling the warmth of sunlight on their face, or enjoying the smell of flowers in the garden can be enough to lift their spirits. These women have sharpened the ability to notice beauty in ordinary things, a skill that many overlook in the rush of younger years. With age, they slow down, pay attention, and let joy seep into their daily lives. Laughter and simple joys are also deeply tied to relationships. Sharing a joke with a friend, reminiscing about old funny memories, or watching a comedy together strengthens bonds and keeps connections alive. Happy women make time for such light-hearted interactions because they know laughter shared is joy multiplied. Importantly, they don't wait for special occasions to enjoy life. They create joy in the moment, whether by singing along to an old song, dancing while cooking, or treating themselves to something small that makes them smile. These little acts of self-expression and playfulness remind them that happiness doesn't depend on external circumstances, it can be created anytime, anywhere. By laughing often and embracing simple joys, happy women cultivate resilience. Even in difficult times, they know a smile or a laugh can make a heavy burden feel lighter. This playful outlook doesn't deny life's hardships, but it gives them strength to face challenges without losing their spirit. In the end, their laughter becomes not just an expression of happiness, but a way of keeping life bright and beautiful, no matter their age. Happy women over 70 understand the heavy burden of living in the past. By this stage in life, everyone has regrets, choices they might have made differently, opportunities missed, relationships that didn't last, or words they wish they hadn't spoken. But what sets cheerful women apart is their ability to let go of these regrets and focus instead on the present moment. They realize that dwelling on the past does not change it, it only robs them of today's joy. This shift in perspective is powerful. Instead of replaying old mistakes, they ask themselves, what can I do today to feel content and fulfilled? That mindset opens the door to gratitude, creativity, and peace. Whether it's preparing a simple meal, enjoying a good book, or taking a short walk in the sunshine, they immerse themselves in experiences that bring happiness now, not someday. Focusing on the present also means forgiving themselves and others. Carrying old grudges or guilt into later life only drains energy. Happy women choose to release that weight, knowing forgiveness is a gift they give to themselves. By softening their hearts, they create more space for love, laughter, and meaningful connections in the here and now. Mindfulness often plays a role in this outlook. Some practice it formally through meditation or prayer, while others simply slow down and notice life's details, the colors of a sunset, the sound of birds in the morning, the taste of fresh fruit. These moments remind them that happiness isn't found in grand achievements but in the ordinary beauty of everyday life. Importantly, focusing on the present helps them embrace aging with more ease. Instead of longing for the past, youthful energy, careers, or roles they no longer have, they celebrate what this stage of life offers, wisdom, freedom, and time to do what matters most to them. They understand that every season of life has value, and the present season deserves to be lived fully. By refusing to be prisoners of regret, they become architects of their own joy. Each day is treated as a fresh opportunity, a gift to be used well, without the shadows of yesterday holding them back. For them, happiness is not a memory, it's something they choose, moment by moment. Happy women over 70 recognize that self-care is not selfish, it's essential. They've spent decades caring for others, often putting family, work, and responsibilities first. Now, they give themselves permission to prioritize their own well-being. This doesn't necessarily mean indulgence or luxury. Self-care is often found in simple, nourishing practices. It could be taking a warm bath, enjoying a cup of tea without rushing, or spending time in nature. These moments replenish energy, soothe the spirit, and remind them that their needs matter too. Self-care also includes tending to health with intention. Happy women listen to their bodies, attend medical checkups, eat nourishing foods, and get enough rest. They know that staying healthy allows them to continue doing the things they love. Many develop gentle routines, stretching in the morning, moisturizing their skin, or enjoying a mindful breathing exercise, that serve as daily rituals of care. These practices are small but meaningful reminders of respect for their own bodies. Equally important is the way they embrace aging with grace. Instead of fighting the natural process of getting older, they lean into it with acceptance. Wrinkles become reminders of laughter, silver hair a badge of wisdom, and slower steps a chance to move more mindfully. Rather than clinging to youth, they honor the beauty of their current stage of life. This graceful acceptance reduces stress and allows them to live more peacefully in the present moment. Of course, embracing aging doesn't mean giving up on appearance. Many happy women still enjoy dressing with style, wearing a favorite lipstick, or keeping a neat hairstyle, not out of vanity, but out of self-respect and joy. They understand that when they feel good about themselves, it radiates outward. Self-care becomes an act of self-love that influences how they interact with the world. Ultimately, practicing self-care and embracing aging go hand in hand. By treating themselves with kindness and refusing to see aging as a decline, they free themselves from unnecessary negativity. They focus on living fully, gracefully, and joyfully, making the most of each day. Their secret is not resisting time but flowing with it, choosing to age beautifully, inside and out. Happy women over 70 know that life is richer when it's shared. They understand that meaningful relationships are not just a luxury but a necessity for emotional health and longevity. Research consistently shows that strong social connections reduce the risk of depression, cognitive decline, and even physical illness. But beyond the science, these women feel it in their hearts. Being with people who care about them adds warmth and purpose to their days. Nurturing relationships doesn't always mean having a large social circle. In fact, many women at this age focus more on quality than quantity. They choose to invest in the people who uplift them, whether it's a lifelong friend, a kind neighbor, or a grandchild who loves to hear their stories. They prioritize regular phone calls, shared meals, or even small acts of kindness like sending a thoughtful note. These gestures may seem simple, but they reinforce bonds and create a sense of belonging. Equally important is letting go of relationships that drain energy or bring negativity. Happy women know they no longer have to please everyone, and they protect their peace by surrounding themselves with positivity. They've learned the wisdom of boundaries, choosing love, kindness, and mutual respect over obligation or guilt. Many also find joy in expanding their social connections. They might join a community group, volunteer, or attend local events where they can meet new people. Engaging with different generations is especially fulfilling, offering wisdom to younger ones while gaining fresh perspectives in return. This exchange keeps them vibrant and prevents the loneliness that can creep in during older age. Technology, too, has become an ally. Whether through video calls, social media, or group chats, happy women embrace digital tools to stay connected, especially when physical distance separates them from loved ones. Instead of resisting change, they use it to strengthen the bonds that matter most. At the core, nurturing relationships provides emotional nourishment. Conversations, laughter, shared experiences, and even simple companionship help anchor them in life's joys. They know that while independence is valuable, interdependence brings meaning. Love, connection, and community are the threads that weave their happiness together, day after day. Happy women over 70 understand that staying active is not about chasing youth, but about preserving independence and vitality. Movement is medicine, and they treat it as such. Whether it's a gentle morning walk, stretching exercises, yoga, or even dancing in the living room, they make physical activity a non-negotiable part of their daily lives. They know that even small amounts of movement help maintain balance, strengthen bones, reduce stiffness, and boost energy levels. More importantly, staying active keeps them engaged with life. They can garden longer, play with grandchildren, or travel without feeling restricted. For them, activity is not about perfection but consistency. Equally important is keeping the mind curious and alive. A curious mind doesn't age the way a stagnant one does. Happy women seek out ways to learn, explore, and challenge themselves intellectually every day. This could be as simple as reading a new book, tackling a crossword puzzle, learning to use new technology, or even exploring a hobby they never had time for before. They understand that the brain, like the body, thrives on regular exercise. Staying mentally engaged helps protect memory, sharpens problem-solving skills, and brings a sense of accomplishment that nourishes self-esteem. Curiosity also extends to their outlook on the world. Instead of closing themselves off, they remain interested in new ideas, new cultures, and new ways of living. They ask questions, listen attentively, and enjoy conversations with people of different generations. This openness prevents isolation and keeps them feeling relevant and connected. A curious mind transforms everyday life into an adventure, whether they're trying a new recipe, watching a documentary, or joining a local club. The combination of physical activity and mental curiosity creates a balanced lifestyle that fuels happiness. It's not about chasing youth or fighting against aging, but about making the most of the present moment. A healthy body supports an active mind, and an active mind motivates the body to stay engaged. Together, they form a cycle of well-being that allows these women to live fully, with energy, confidence, and joy. One of the most consistent habits of happy women over 70 is beginning their mornings with gratitude. Instead of waking up and immediately worrying about aches, responsibilities, or what might go wrong, they choose to focus on what's already good in their lives. This doesn't mean everything is perfect, far from it, but it means they understand the power of starting the day on a note of thankfulness. For example, simply appreciating the warmth of a blanket, the sunlight streaming through a window, or the chance to connect with loved ones can shift their entire emotional outlook. Gratitude reframes their day, turning ordinary routines into blessings rather than burdens. Along with gratitude, cultivating a positive mindset plays a vital role. At this age, it's easy to dwell on losses of youth, health, or people they once held dear. But happy women make a conscious effort not to let negativity dominate their mornings. Instead of saying, "I'm getting old," they say, "I'm fortunate to be alive and still able to enjoy this day." This subtle shift in self-talk has profound effects on their mood and energy. Studies even suggest that positive thoughts in the morning can improve resilience, lower stress, and enhance overall well-being. Many adopt small rituals to reinforce this mindset, writing in a gratitude journal, reciting affirmations, meditating, or simply sipping tea slowly while reflecting on what they appreciate most. These morning practices become anchors that stabilize the mind before the chaos of the day begins. Even something as simple as smiling at themselves in the mirror and acknowledging, "I am here, I am enough, and today will bring something good," sets a hopeful tone. Happy women over 70 also understand that gratitude and positivity don't mean ignoring difficulties. Instead, they treat challenges as opportunities for patience and growth. They carry the wisdom of decades and know that life's hardships, while inevitable, don't have to overshadow the small joys waiting each morning. By deliberately choosing gratitude and optimism at the start of each day, they create a ripple effect, making it easier to enjoy meals, conversations, hobbies, and quiet moments with a lighter heart.